Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It is officially sweater weather. If you're from Boston, where I'm from, sweater weather. I never ever had a Boston accent. I wish I did. But I'm not going to be like we all know who and put it on. I always spoke like this. So today, jumping into why we're all here, I realized that I have been collecting a whole bunch of makeup that I haven't tried on camera. Some things I don't have. Like I don't have a new bronzer, so I'm just gonna, this I love. You've seen me use it a gajillion times, but this is my fave. But I have like a makeup palette that I've had forever but never used, and some things that I've never used. So let's dive into it. I've done all my skin prep and we're ready to go. Starting off, need to pull my hair back. I just had my hair done a little bit darker, just for the autumn. We don't need to go super blonde. I love this headband. It makes me happy. So this I took on holiday with me and used a little bit, but I just, as you know, if you saw my video about what I took on holiday with me, I'll link it up here. I just didn't use that much makeup when I went on holiday, so I'm going to give this a really good try. It is the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. Let's give it a go for a full day wear test. This is in the mini, obviously. So this is what it looks like. I don't know if did I take too much? I don't know. It feels gel-like. It's definitely not cream-like. It feels very cooling on the skin. Glides on, it's not. Sometimes I can find putting the traditional Power Grip Primer on kind of difficult because it's grippy from the jump. This is a little bit more glidey to put on, which is more comfortable. We'll see. I'm definitely, as you guys know, I've been really sick and I didn't post a video last week because I just was too sick to film last week. And I was definitely neglecting my skincare while I was sick. So I'm definitely noticing more pores, and this is not a pore filling primer. So with that, but yeah, okay. It is matte from the jump, which I like. And it is, you can definitely feel that tackiness. I like it. I like it. I like stick foundation. So I have used this on my channel before, but I got massively the wrong color. It was ghostly white on me. So I've gotten it in shade 130, which I think is the right color. So we're going to go with that. But then I'm going to put this on first, which is, I'm kind of doing odd things here. I might just put this on places where I want to have glow, like on the high points of my face. So this is the Catrice Soft Glam Filter Stick Glow Booster. So I'm not going to put this all over. I think this is supposed to be like, I think Charlotte Tilbury came out with a product similar to this. It's not, it looks like a foundation. Does it have a shade? Yeah, 010 Fair Light. This is, I don't know if it's meant to be like a foundation or if it's what it says on the tin. A glow booster. So I'm just going to use it almost like you would use the Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury or the e.l.f. I'm going to use it in almost in an underpainting kind of way. Yeah, I do have a words, hello. I do have a highlighter, but I'm just going to give this a go. I'm going to grab, this is my e.l.f. It's actually I've used it so much, all the words have worn off. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. No, the Putty Primer brush, but I use brushes for whatever you want to use them for. And just pat, pat, pat. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing a whole heck of a lot of glow coming through, but we shall see. We shall see what it looks like. Maybe this is one that I have to test when I'm not using a mattifying primer to just check out what the situation is. But I mean, it's definitely not giving me coverage, that's for sure. Maybe there's a little bit of glow. I don't know. To be honest, I don't see a whole heck of a lot of anything from this. I think maybe if you have perfect skin, you could use this, but there's no coverage coming from this at all. Right, I'm going to then move to the Essence foundation stick. This is very silky going on. I find it really hard to shade match online. I don't know, especially with drugstore products, when they don't have good shade descriptions. I want to know, is it fair cool? Is it fair nude? You know what I mean? Don't just give me a number, because the numbers in different brands all correlate so differently. Okay, I don't know. Can you see that? Can you see that? It is not, it's looking really, I don't know, it's making my skin look really textured with the brush on my upper cheek. My lower cheek, it looks okay. I'm going to swap to a beauty blender. Look right there around my nose. It's not looking great. And I mean, we all have texture. Maybe maybe if I use my finger. Yeah. I think it needs the warmth of your finger. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't love applying products with my fingers. Can you see what I mean? Now that I've kind of mixed it in, can I then go back to a brush? That looks better. It actually looks quite dry. Does that show? Which is interesting. Interesting for a stick foundation product, which is very emollient. To be so dry is a little bit confusing. Okay, I'm going to, I did the fingers and the brush on this side. I'm gonna do this half of my forehead with the brush as well. And then I was planning on doing brush on this side and then the beauty sponge on this side. I'm going to stick to that to just be able to give you an idea of what, to give you a better idea of how it blends in and what the coverage is like with the two different tools. It does cover up the pigmentation on my eyelid nicely. I do have very pigmented eyelids. Okay, so let's see if we go straight in blending. Okay, it doesn't look as bad when I go straight in blending with the sponge. It doesn't look anywhere near as textured or dry, and this is a dampened beauty sponge. Okay, that is encouraging. It's what sort of coverage does it say that it has? Lightweight, buildable, skin-caring texture for an even natural complexion. It says it's buildable. So we'll definitely try and build it up. Interesting that a sponge, I guess that makes sense. A dampened sponge makes it look a little bit more, I don't know, I'm just not a fingers in the makeup kind of gal. Sensorially, it just doesn't, it's not how I like to apply makeup. Okay, let's go in and see about building. Although it has given me a decent amount of coverage already where I had that redness on my cheeks. I want to cover that little guy. I guess it's given me a decent amount of coverage already. I just want to see about building. Yeah, it definitely builds on itself, which is very nice. It's covering up that spot. Well, okay. It's nice that I'm, now that I have a shade that works with my skin tone, I can actually see, I can see how this product works. I do feel as if I can see a little bit of glow coming through from that Catrice, what's it called? Soft Glam Filter Stick. I might put a little bit on top as well. It's interesting. So I have some deeper wrinkles from doing that. And it's really settling into those wrinkles. So this is definitely, if you have wrinkles, this Essence foundation stick is definitely going to be one that appears as if it's going to settle into fine, not even fine lines. I don't know about fine lines, but the deeper wrinkles, it's definitely going to be a settler. We'll see if we can set the face and prevent that from happening. Okay, I can see some glow coming through. Let's stick a little bit of this Catrice on top because more is more. The tone of this Catrice is very warm, whereas I'm definitely more neutral. Ooh, interesting. This Catrice appears to be lifting the foundation below. Can you see that? Yeah, it's definitely lifted it. Don't recommend doing what I just did. See if we can correct that. Don't do what I just did. It was a mistake. Okay. Not good. If I blend it, yeah, it's lifted it even when I use the beauty sponge. Okay, so that's definitely for using under this foundation because it's lifting. Okay. Right, well, I like where that base has gotten to. It's very pretty. The foundation stick is natural. It's definitely not matte, but that's probably from this being below it. Right, let's keep things moving. So I'm going to pop, this is my favorite cream bronzer of the moment, maybe of all time. This is the Merit, what are you called? Bronzer Balm. This is the Merit Bronzer Balm in the shade Clay. It is so soft and creamy. It's made in South Korea. It is just so good. It is not new to me, but oh my gosh, this is so good. This product is making me want to check out all things Merit. It is my ride or die. Have you guys used any products from Merit that you are loving? The other product I have from Merit that I really love and enjoy is the Uniform Tinted Sunscreen. That was a heavily used product by me this summer just because it was so easy to put on and go. It does give a more matte finish than some of the other tinted SPFs on the market. So I like that it gives that little bit more of a powdered down appearance. What have you guys tried? I'm really, really tempted to pick up one, or they've got a trio at the moment of the mini blush bombs, and I'm really tempted to pick that up. The blush bombs, if they're anywhere, I mean, you've seen, I've not even been looking at myself in the mirror or in the monitor. I've been looking at you guys. And this is just blending out so easily and so effortlessly. And I feel like if the blushes are anything like this bronzer balm, you know, they just look incredible. And the shades are just so up my street. I'm really tempted. Has anyone tried them? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Or any other products from Merit. You know, what have you tried? What do you like? So yeah, let a girl know. What have you tried? What do you like? Is there anything you haven't liked? Let me know. I mean, how fast did that blend out? That's why I like it, because it's like good, quick mum makeup. And that's what we all need sometimes. That is just what we all need sometimes. So another product that is new to me. So this is the Catrice Blush and Charm Multi-Stick in the shade 010 Sweetheart. And I've had to fix it because when it came, it was a little bit melted and got into the lid. So I've kind of had to put it back together. I'm going to take my brush and go like this. I'm just going to prime my brush. And I've been changing my placement of my brush, my blush. I've been going a little bit more on the high points of my face and up into my temple. I feel like I used to go so into the apples of my cheek. I'm trying something new to try and lift my face a little bit. So this is very pigmented, but it's very pretty. But this is why I do my cream bronzer and blush before my concealer, just because it then gives me the opportunity to adjust and tidy things up if needs be, but also pull everything together. I feel like that's very pretty. It's very summery. If I'm honest, I normally go for something a little bit more rosy and muted come the autumn, but it's pretty. I feel like in the monitor, it's looking a little bit more toned down than what it is in real life, but it's pretty. I'm so tempted to pull it more into the apples, but I'm going to try and be modern, and actually no, I'm going to pull it all the way across my nose. This is what, I can't remember what her name is, the owner of RMS Beauty, that's what she says to do, because when you get flushed and when you get the sun comes all across the bridge of your nose, and that is what makes it look natural. So I'm going to go up across my forehead. It's very pretty. It is not super glowy, which I like. We'll see how it wears. Does it say where it's made? Oh, made in Italy. Wow, interesting. I'm always surprised at how some of these more budget-friendly brands are able to manufacture their products in places like Italy and France and Germany. It is very pretty and sits very nicely and blended out really beautifully and seamlessly without disrupting the base underneath, which I'm very pleased with. So far, so good. And thus far, apart from the Merit, everything has been very budget friendly, and I'll make sure to put all the prices up on screen because I can't remember what they were. Now, this is not new. It's not new to me, and it's not new in general, but I just didn't have a new concealer. I'm going to go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because this is a fave, and I'm just absolutely loving it. And I thought, since I'm using a lot of new, it's good to use something that I know how it performs, so that there's a little bit of a control, a little bit of consistency in amongst the crazy. And this is in the shade Chantilly. So this is in the lighter shade. So I'm super excited about this next product. I'm super interested about it. Revolution Hydro Cool Baking Powder in the shade Translucent. So this is 62% water and hyaluronic acid. It's talc free and it says it has a cooling effect. So I've seen a few creators talk about this and that it feels, so you'll see, let me pour it. I've played with this a little bit. You can see it's powder, but that when you, and I've touched this, but I haven't put it on my face. So I have a powder puff, but I'm going to put it onto, I've just flipped so that I have the clean side. So I've touched it, and when you rub it onto your skin, it literally feels wet. It feels like you're putting a cool, I don't know, like a cool wet product. So I just touched it in to the powder. You can see I've got a little bit of powder on my finger, which looks dry. And if I rub it onto my hand, the back of my hand feels like I've just dipped my finger into water and I'm rubbing it on the back of my hand. It's very bizarre. So here we go. I'm going to tap out my under eye because we don't want to, I'm not going to bake. I'm a bit too old for baking, let's be honest. I'm going to tap out my under eye, put some on the back of my hand and just, see that? I just did that and it feels like I've just put wet on my hand. That is the most bizarre sensation. It is literally like it's like I've taken powder, dipped it into a glass of water, and then I'm putting wet on my face. But then look at my under eye. My under eye is completely dry. Oh, it's going a little bit weird there. Okay, weird. I mean, it says it has 62% water in it. So there must be, I guess you just can't zhuzh it too much. You're supposed to bake with it. Maybe I shouldn't be. That's so weird. It is the most bizarre sensation. My face here feels like I've just sprayed a ton of setting spray on it, is how it feels. So I'm gonna go. I feel as if I've just put my puff into setting spray. It's so weird, man. There's another brand a few years ago that came out with something like this, I'm pretty sure. But then it kind of was like a flash in the pan product. This is the weirdest. Actually, I'm going to try it with a brush. I don't know that I love how this looks though. Does it feel wet when you put it on with a brush? Like, look, it's powdery, but it's also a little chunky. Interesting. It feels wet coming on with a brush. Man, this is mind games. Weird. That's some weird stuff, man. But also, like, who thinks of this in R&D? Who's like, let's screw with their mind and let's make a powder that when they put it on will feel wet. I'm now just putting it on because it feels cool. But it does look a little chunkier on the nose. But it's still powdery. But like, there's a little bit of chunk in there. 'Tis weird. 'Tis weird. I don't really know how I feel about that, if I'm being honest. I'm genuinely going to have to see how that one wears because it feels strange. So this is another not new to me product, but since I bought this and did this in my full face of natural collection for £11, I again will link that video. This is such a beautiful bronzer. It's so neutral, and this bronzer on its own, if you don't buy the full face, is I think £3. It truly is a bargain, and it's such a beautiful shade. It's not sitting nicely on that powder though. I don't know that I love that Revolution powder. It's not playing well with others. Looks weird in person, looks weird, like it's not letting this powder go. It's not letting this powder go onto my face. It's kind of going on patchy. Can you see that? It looks really patchy here. And here, it's like only letting it go into the center. I don't like that. Okay. And normally this bronzer is so easy to blend. I'm not loving that. I think that's why when I'm trying out new products, it's really important to pepper in a few products that are tried and tested, I cannot speak today. Tried and tested, and you know how they perform. That way you can use them as a sort of barometer for some of the new product. Interesting. Methinks we need a brow. So I've had this for ages. This is the Sephora waterproof retractable brow pencil in the shade Nutmeg Brown. I cannot remember if I've used this or not. It's got a spoolie on one end and the retractable on the other. Let us see what we think, because I literally don't know if I've used this or not. It doesn't look like I have. Don't think I have. I feel like I need to warm it up. There we go. Yeah, it needed a bit of warming up to get going. Probably because it's waterproof. It's a little bit waxier, I would imagine. Okay, it's a little bit more warm rather than ashy, but you can kind of tell that. It's pretty. This is definitely one I'm gonna have to brush through a little bit more, but we're getting there. Once it's warmed up, it's pretty good actually. And the fact that it's waterproof means that it's going to have good longevity, which is important. We don't want our brows sliding all over our faces. I think that's a good brow right there. Not too dark either. I'm trying to listen to my mom. I don't know if she'll see this or not to even appreciate that I'm listening to her. She watches some of my videos, not all of them. But then I'm trying to go lighter with my brows. I do listen to her and everything she says. I also just want to say, I know that I posted this video a good few months ago now. But I want to say thank you so much to everyone who sent love and support for the video that I shared that was like so different from the makeup videos about the situation with my parents' house. If you haven't seen it, I will link it. But yeah, we're coming up for almost exactly a year ago now that my parents had a really devastating house fire, and there have been so many things since the fire that have happened that are as devastating as the fire itself, or more devastating. We've had issues with the insurance company. We've had issues with the company who have been supposedly supporting them. Pause about the house fire storage talk. I do very much like this, and I will definitely continue using this. It gives a really good color, and it was a nice quick brow. But yeah, my parents have had basically the year from hell. Everything that should have been taken care for them by people that they have paid to support them with things like packing out their belongings that survived the fire, communicating with the insurance company, that has all been made much more difficult, and my sister and I have been having to step in and help as much as we possibly can, which is extremely difficult because neither my sister or I live anywhere near my parents. We both live an airplane away. So I just wanted to say thank you, because I don't know that I have in any of my subsequent videos said thank you, and how much it has touched my parents, the outpouring of love and support that you have all, that it meant to them in the comments that you left on that video, in sort of the videos that I posted while I was in the States. It means so much, because this has really truly been the most difficult year of their lives. They are in retirement years, although my mom is still having to work through all of this. This is hard for both. This is hard for anyone, regardless of what age you are, losing your home and many of your possessions. And as I said, this is a home that has been in our family for over 100 years. There are so many memories wrapped up in that home, and we have since learned that it is not going to be possible to rebuild that house. The whole house has to be torn down for safety reasons. And it's been a really hard year for all of us. And I just wanted to say thank you to this community that we're building here. Your support means so much to me, and it means so much to my parents. It's just so beautiful that people who I don't personally know can send so much love, and they don't personally know can send so much love. I don't want to cry. But I just really wanted to say thank you. Thank you for supporting my family through your comments. It really means the world to all of us. So that's my little aside. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your kind words. It means so much. So that's my little aside. And now back to the makeup. So, Catrice Diamond Haze Highlighter. This, I think, is a dupe of the Fenty highlighter. It is putty. It's movable. You can see I stuck my finger in it before because I can't help myself. But and it's like very cool to the touch. But when you swirl your finger around in it, it is so blinding. I don't think I'm going to use a brush for this because I think it's something that you just need to tap. Oh, wow. I think I need to tone that down. I have an important call later. And I don't think a blinding highlight is the, well, that tones nicely though. I don't think a blinding highlight is the right look for that. Although it doesn't look crazy front on. But that is pretty. Yeah, definitely finger and then blended with a sponge is the right approach. But yeah, she blending. It's very pretty. I bet that would look super pretty on the eyes. And then we all know that I can't help a tip of the nose because I'm a millennial. What's her name? Kelly Gooch is doing the most fun series on her channel right now, where she's going through all the years on YouTube. So she just did 2015, but she started off with 2016 and then went all the way up to 2020 and then has gone back to 2015. Talking about all the different phases and all the different trends and what launches came out. Oh my gosh, if you haven't watched it, I'll put a link in the description box. I am so obsessed with what she's doing with that series. It is like a walk down memory lane because I am like a long-term YouTube beauty lover. Shock horror, I know. But it is just so fun and interesting to see the progression of YouTube beauty, but also how much it's changed in terms of the production value. And it's just interesting. It's really, really fascinating. So yeah, if you haven't watched it already, you need to check it out. And if you are watching it, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are because I just think it's so much fun. It's super, super, super cool. Right, so next is, I've had this for ages, the Revolution palette in Forever Dynamic palette in Eternal is I think what it's called. This is what it looks like. You can see I've stuck my finger into one of them just because I can't help myself. But I think it's a really nice palette that's got mattes, some shimmers, and then this really stunning glitter over, oh, there we go, over here. So as I said, I've got a call later and I don't think glitter is the way to go. So I'm, as much as I want to, like, let me just swatch this. Oh my God. Do you know what? It's like wet. Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Tati Volume 1 palette, the glitter in that. That is incredible. Now I'm going to be covered in glitter all day. I need to at some point do a look with that, but a Monday afternoon is not, it's not the vibe. It's not the vibe. So I think I'm going to tap into this and then do a little bit of a glitter shimmer, not glitter. We can't do glitter on a Monday. I am a mother and I have to pick up my children from school and glitter's not where we're at. So we're going to tap in to here. There's no kickback in the pan. There we go. Let's get into frame, Bridget. There's no kickback. Wow. Okay. Actually, pause. I want to prime my lids first. So this is I've been trying to use this every time. The Morphe, what are you called? The Morphe Solo Artist Eye Primer. I just feel like it helps shadows go on better. A good go. I think I probably would have been better going one shade deeper because it is really, really bright. But next time I will. But I have this and I don't need two of them because that is unnecessary. So I just go thin and just stick to the lid and it will be fine. But I do really like this as a lid primer. I just need to remember that I have it and use it. Right. I literally have glitter all over my hands. That is, can you see in the pan how, like, I dug into that. It's definitely got a gel base to it. Okay, this is very subtle. I might actually step up to that slightly deeper shade as well, but just set that primer with this. That glitter is literally everywhere and now it's getting onto my eyes. Crap. I'm gonna go to a thinner crease brush and go into that slightly deeper shade. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty. These are warmer than, I'm definitely a cool toned girly normally, but we're trying new things. We're going out of our comfort zone, and you know, that's what we do. That's very pretty. And like, let's remember here, people, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a makeup enthusiast, so my technique is not perfect. I just am somebody who loves makeup and I do it the best way I know how. So if you have a better technique on how to do this, let me know in the comments. Thus far, I think this is performing beautifully. Very pretty. I do actually like that deeper look. Now I need to make sure I have all that glitter off my hands because I want to go into, I'm thinking here. Oh, it's really buttery soft. Wowza. Is that too? I think maybe that one might be. Yeah, that's better. I'm still having to get used to, my monitor is the mirror image of real life. So that's why when you see me struggling with left and right, that's why, oh, that's really pretty. Okay, that's daytime appropriate. That's daytime appropriate. I think my nose highlight's a little obnoxious, but it's fine. Oh, I forgot I'm using my brow gel. So this brow gel has become my like everyday brow gel. Again, the Natural Collection. I have to say that makeup that I discovered on that full face a lot of it has found itself into my everyday makeup. It is so freaking good, man. It is so good. What else do I have? Right. Okay. So this is, I've actually not used this. This is the e.l.f. H2O Proof Inkwell Liner. I've not been using at all liquid liners, but when I did that Natural Collection video, it's made me really want to get into ink liners again because I really loved that liquid liner. So I've pulled this one out of the box. I think I've referred to this in a video, but I haven't actually used it. So this, I'm going to give it a good shake because I can hear that it's got a ball in it, which means that you need to shake it. It is a nice chocolatey brown. It's got it's a felt tip, and let's just go for it. I'm using a brown mascara today, but will I be more confident with applying this on camera? I'm just going to get over myself and pretend, with all due respect to you, pretend you're not there. Let's just give it a go. Like it. It's not, it doesn't put a whole heck of a lot of product onto it, and it's looking a little bit weird in the monitor actually. So I'm going to finish this and the other eye off camera and come back and we will see what we think. Okay, I'm back. Both eyeliners on. Still feel like in the monitor they look a little bit funny, but in real life they look good. I am still crap at applying liquid liner, but that's me, not the product. I do like this. I think I like a brush applicator better than a felt tip, but that's me. This applies very nicely. It dries down matte. You're able to get a nice little wing. I think I got a little bit out of control, but that's, again, me, not the product. So I'm going to see how this wears. It doesn't bleed. So far, so good. It's, you know, waterproof. We'll see. I mean, I don't plan on crying or anything today, but yeah, I like it. And I think the price point's really good on this. I do believe that e.l.f. also have the same product, the same formula, but in a pen. So I think, but that came out after I bought this. So I think I would probably prefer that. Winding it up. I don't have a new mascara, but I have a new setting spray. The Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. Long-lasting, prepares skin, sets, and refreshes. Interesting. Okay. So I think I'm really interested to see how this powder reacts with the setting spray, because it doesn't look great under my eyes. I'm not going to lie. Lightweight 3-in-1 face spray to refresh and prime the skin, as well as to fix makeup for improved lastingness. Dermatology approved. Actually, there's one thing, none of these colors are really all that good for that. Let me find a dark shade. I'm going to take Noir from the Vive palette, put it on my arm, and I'm going to spray. It's got a nice mister. Spray that on. Give it a minute to set down, and I'm going to give it a rub to see how nicely it fixes things in place. Let's see how this goes on. It's a very loud mister. It like has a hard click on it. I need a fan. Does it say what the finish is supposed to be? No. It looks very dewy. Don't love that. I like a matter. I'm like afraid to touch it. Okay. Now that I'm like soaking up the excess, it's looking a little bit more matte. Okay, okie dokie. That looks a little bit more normal. I'm going to do my usual, curl my lashes. Oh my gosh, I need to tell you guys, I'm like so late to the party on this. I've discovered Love is Blind. Does anyone else watch that? It is so freaking funny to me. So I was getting my hair done the other day. My stylist, she always has something on. It's usually Friends, but yesterday she had, or not yesterday, the other day, she had on Love is Blind, and I've never seen it before. US, UK, and I think there's France. So we were watching it, and we were like gogglebox watching it and just absolutely making fun of it. So I am now, I wouldn't say hooked, but it is just so funny to me. Do you guys watch it? Do you watch US? Do you watch UK? France? Although I can't, so we had France on, but then we're like, this is dubbed. We don't like this. So we turned it off and put on US. It is so funny to me. It is such a bizarre concept that they like speak to each other for such a short period of time and then get engaged. It is just the most bizarre concept. I'm sure the production levels are intense, but oh my goodness, fascinates me. It just utterly fascinates me. So do you guys watch it? What are your thoughts? What season you're? I think I've gone in on season 5 because I didn't want to watch it from the beginning. Should I watch it from the beginning? Let me know. So this is my favorite Tower 28 and Drift. This is my favorite mascara. I know I need to try other ones. Ooh, I just got it on my lid. I'm curious about so you also know that I love the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, but I'm curious about the Lash Paradise. Is it the Big Deal? I want to try that. I'm curious, but I haven't bought it yet. What are your thoughts? Right. This is dried down. Yeah, no. It's all over the place. It's not going to make it stick. Well, we know that. Okay, interesting. That's something I'm going to start doing when I'm testing setting sprays, if I can remember. That's, I think I want to, because I do love a setting spray, but I want to see, is it going to actually set the makeup, or is it more of like a refresher and reawakener? Because those things matter. And I'm trying to constantly improve my content. So let me know, are there things you want me to do when I'm testing makeup? Because ultimately I'm creating this content for you. So there we go. There's my full face. Oh, I didn't do a lip. I always forget a lip. This is new. This is new to me, but I want this shade. Have you guys tried this? This is my love right now. The NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balm. I've been testing this for a while now. This to me is incredible. Look at how pigmented that is. This is maybe not the best shade for this look. No, I'm gonna wipe this off. Well, let me do a swatch. I've got a few shades. So this is She's Serving. And then I also have Sassy Stuff, which is like a red. This is super pretty. That swatch is not doing it justice. And then up here, I also have Sugar Smush, which smells so good, which is just clear, which you won't be able to make out, but that's just a clear. I think I'm going to do a liner and Sugar Smush. Oh, you know what? This is new to me, and you guys are gonna laugh. This is the Sashu Lip Liner Stain, and watch this. My kids saw me putting this on and were like laughing their little heads off. See that? It looks crazy. Trust the process. I think I'm gonna put this all over the lips, but that means I can't talk for 15 minutes, so I will be right back. Right, I'm back. Do I look crazy? So this is dried, and now I can peel and reveal. And there you go. Let's come off. And then because it's doesn't have any finish on it, I'm going to put the NYX over the top. There you go. I really, really love this. It's unlike anything else in texture. It is cushy. I just want to keep doing this. It is cushy and soft, almost like Dream Matte Mousse from back in the 90s. Do you remember that? It is, but nourishing. I've heard really mixed things, so highly, highly rate these. As I say, I only have 3 of them up here because the others are all in my handbags. And the ones that are too deep, I've given away to friends and colleagues, and they adore them. Big, big, big love. This is such a beautiful formula. That's it. A beautiful formula. They all have different scents. This one smells like, why can't I smell anything? I have no sense of smell right now. Like a sugar cookie almost. It's really good. Right, wrapping it all up, and because I've had this on my face for a little while now, let's talk about my hair looks cray-cray. What I love, this, I feel like I look dewy, but that's not because of this. I'm really liking this. I want to test it and use it more. Really, really like this. Want to continue testing and using. I feel like I've done multiple finishes with regards to I want to try this with foundations that I know what the finish is to really get a sense of how this is with mattifying. So reserving thoughts on this. I will let you know in a future speed reviews video what my final thoughts are on this, but it goes on nicely. Happy. This, I need to reserve my thoughts. Definitely goes on better with fingers and a beauty sponge than a brush as you saw in the footage. So beauty sponge and fingers are the way to go with this. I like the coverage that it gives, really quick and easy to apply. There's an enormous shade range, which is great, especially for the price. I think it gives a decent amount of coverage. So far, so good. I'm going to see how it wears. If I can remember, I will do an end of day check-in. This I have mixed thoughts on. I don't know that this is something that I really have a place for in my makeup collection. I'll try it a few more times and see, but I didn't like that when I put it under, I didn't really feel like it did anything. And then when I put it over the foundation stick, it definitely lifted up the base under it. Again, I'm going to try this a few more times with a few other foundations that I have to see. But I don't really feel like this has a place in my makeup collection for how I apply my makeup. So reserving thoughts for this. Again, I will discuss whether I go back to using this in a speed reviews, and it might actually find its way into a declutter. So this I think is nice. It's kind of already toned down. I feel like it's not even really there. Is that just because the lip is really intense? Or is that because I have blush blindness? I think the color is very pretty. It applies nicely. I've just applied it there over powder and it's applied nicely. It's nice. It's very inexpensive. I'm loving that Catrice and Essence are now available at Boots in the UK. So it's a lot easier to get our hands on those products in the UK. So that's positive. So this, I really like how my brows look today. Again, I think this is going to wear very nicely. It seems more waxy, again, because it's waterproof. I'm not going to be doing any waterproof testing today, but I like the color. I'm getting used to wearing a lighter brow, but I like it was very, very quick and easy to apply. This I like, and I really am interested in playing with this glitter, but that is for another look for another day. I liked this. I just need to get better at applying liquid liner, but that's a me thing. I like how it's dried down. It looks very nice. I, again, really like this. It is a very, very long wearing product. The only thing is because it's designed as a liner and not a whole lip, the middle will wear away relatively quickly, so I just have to reapply. But that is because I'm using it for a whole lip rather than just a liner, which is not how it's designed to be worn. Multi-talent fixing spray. So this says it's a long lasting. We saw with the smudge test, it is not, it didn't hold up well on the smudge test. I definitely made my face look more glowy. You can see in the center of my face, I'm very glowy. We'll see. I'm not going to do any touch-ups between now and tonight, but definitely glowy in the middle of my face, which I'm not sure whether it's this or this powder, which again, I have very mixed thoughts on. It's very interesting product. It feels very bizarre, but that is not a reason to use a powder. And I'm such a snob when it comes to powder. I don't think, I mean, the setting spray definitely did fix, but under my eye here, let's get in real close. I think under my eyes has looked better. Under my eyes looks, I've just totally screwed up under my eyes there. I think it looks cakey. It's definitely made my under eyes look darker in color. I think I can confidently say I don't like this product. It's taken away coverage around my nose. This is really up close and personal. Hello. I don't think it looks good. It hasn't blurred in any way, shape, or form, and it's made my under eyes look like crap, quite frankly. So this powder is very much a no from me, other than in fact it feels really interesting. That's not a reason to buy and use a powder. But that, my friends, is everything that we've tried. Also, I mean, I know this isn't something we were testing out. I've used this before. I really, really, really love this eye primer and these smushy lips. I have one in every purse. They feel phenomenal on. They're very comfortable to wear. They look beautiful. I get a ton of compliments on them when I wear them. So that, guys, is everything. Thank you for bearing with me while I've had a little bit of time off to recover. It turns out that I had the flu. So thank you for bearing with me while I've had a few weeks not posting. It means a lot. And I will see you in the next one. Actually, pause. Hey guys, so it's the end of the day and I can, with all sincerity, tell you I hate this powder. Let me see if I can really show you. Here looks horrible. Around my nose looks horrible. Under my eyes, horrible. I don't know that I've ever, I mean, that is just horrible. My chin, focus, come on. There we go. I mean, this is just horrific. Focus. This is probably, if not the worst, one of the worst powders I've ever used. And this is not even, I mean, what time is it now? Like 10 past 7. This has been on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 5 hours of wear. That's bad. I mean, that is bad. I think I can honestly say that this is a fail. This is a fail. This powder's a no. I'm gonna try everything else, but from application to end of day, this powder is not just a no, it's a hell no. Yeah, save your money. This is a no. It feels really interesting, but it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick, it's a no. It's a big no. Let me know. So I'm definitely wanting to do a declutter because I need to, and it's gonna be less of a declutter because I did one relatively recently, so I don't have a ton to declutter, but like a reorganization. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that one. I'm also thinking of doing an updated skincare routine. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. And let me know what other sort of videos you'd be interested in seeing, whether it's like what is my daily go-to makeup? I'm thinking of doing a favorite in every category. So like my favorite foundation, my favorite bronzer, my favorite blush. That's something else I'm thinking of doing. But let me know what types of videos, or if there are any specific videos you'd like me to film, let me know, because I say I'm here to create content for you and I want to make videos that you really want to see. So if there's any requests, let me know. And if there's any products that you specifically want to be tested, let me know and I'll look into picking them up. So that is all. I haven't said in the video yet, but please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things. It means so much. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Mwah.